Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this week I am going to be talking about the TV show My Life with the Walter Boys. I'm gonna be kind of breaking down season 2 and just giving my thoughts on it. So yeah. I meant to do this video last week. That's when I was supposed to have a video out, and I did not. So I'm very sorry about that. Yeah. So anyways, here we are doing it this week, so it's it's fine. Yeah, so I'm just gonna jump right in. I've wrote down some notes to remember things and so I don't forget anything I wanted to talk about or mention, whatever. So yeah, there's a lot to get into here, so I'm just gonna jump right in. And yeah, don't mind my hair. I'm probably going to be messing with it this whole video. It's just annoying me and I don't really know what to do with it. But anyway, one more thing before I get started. If my voice sounds different, weird, that's because I'm sick. I mean, I'm better now, but I still getting over it. So my voice sounds a little weird. But anyway, well, let's just get into this. So, where to begin? Okay, I honestly love this show so much. It's one of my favorite shows right now. I read both the books. So good. Okay, I guess let's start at the beginning of season 2. Jackie coming back from New York, obviously, and all that. That's great. And then I didn't really have a plan for this. I'm just gonna talking basically about whatever I think of in the moment, what I want to talk about, whatever. So season 2 was it was interesting. I don't know. I mean, I did enjoy it. I did. It was definitely entertaining. It's just, I don't know, it drove me crazy. I enjoyed it, but at the same time it drove me crazy. Because I do feel like they did kind of basically repeat the first season, and I just didn't expect that. I thought they were gonna take it a different direction, I just thought it was gonna go a different way, and it didn't. And yeah, so that was a little bit rough, but then, because obviously I'm talking about here, she doesn't end up with Cole, not yet anyway. Yeah, by the way, if you have not finished the season or whatever, or you're gonna watch it, don't watch this video because there will be spoilers. Anyway, so yeah, and in the books, if you haven't read the books, she's with Cole in the books. So in the first book, it was just season 1, she was with Alex or whatever. But then in the second book, it's different from the second season. Alex ends up with, his girl best friend or whatever, and she's with Cole, which is exactly how it should be in the show. I think that's what we all want. But anyways, I guess I do kind of understand it. Maybe maybe they're doing this just because to have like more seasons, because if they just like did that, like went with how the books are, then like it would just be like, okay, like, oh, it's like, you know, we got everything we wanted already, like, you know, her and Cole are together and blah blah blah. Like they just gotta like keep, you know, keep the drama going to keep the fans, you know, coming back and whatever, I guess, you know. Yeah, at least that's my thinking of like why they did it like this. But yeah. Okay, let's talk about Alex first. Alex had a glow up this season. I think we can all agree on that. Did not expect that. Yeah. I think that is like one of the best glow ups I've ever seen. Yeah. Okay. And okay, watching this season, I was honestly like a little bit confused and like flip-flopping a little bit between them. Kind of like Jackie, I guess, because like with season 1, I like 100% Team Cool all the way. Like I did not really like Alex at all. Like he was just annoying and stuff. But then came season 2, and like, you know, the boy had a glow up and everything, and like like, okay, he's not too bad. Like I started liking him, and I was like, okay, what? I'm like, am I switching? Like, I don't know. It was like I had a lot of thoughts. It was very confusing, but ultimately in the end, I realized and I decided like, no, I am 10,000% Team Cool. Like seeing her and Alex together, it's just so different. Like I just don't feel like they have the like chemistry that her and Cole do. Just her and Cole are meant for each other. They belong together, and Alex belongs with Kylie, his best friend. Yeah, they belong together, and it's really sad because like she's like Kylie is like obviously like been in love with Alex or whatever, and he just has never seen her that way. But they kind of hinted at it a tiny bit, just with her like getting kind of close with Dylan, and Alex seeing that, and he was like getting jealous. So it's like, why are you getting jealous if you know you don't see her that way? Like you love Jackie. There's no reason for you to be jealous of that, you know. Yeah, but anyways, I feel like we can all agree that like, yeah. So it's hard because I'm also like kind of like can't on myself, but like comparing it to The Summer I Turned Pretty, because it does have a lot of similarities. I mean, it's literally, you know, two brothers, a love triangle. Yeah, and the thing with The Summer I Turned Pretty, like it just they like messed it up. It just got so messy, and to the point where it's like now she shouldn't be with either of them because like they're brothers, and it's she's been with both of them now, and the fact that they're brothers is just makes it so much more complicated and awkward, and like that's just really sad because they're brothers, they're family, and now you know like Jeremiah hates Conrad and everything, and it's just, yeah, it's a lot. But and that's like You know, the same thing with the Walter Boys. But the difference is, I do think it's still early. It's only season 2, you know. They still have a chance to fix it and like get it right, get it how it should be before, you know. I just hope that they're smart enough to do that before it turns into This Summer I Turned Pretty, because I don't think anyone wants that. I know I don't want that. And yeah, so it's just different in that way. They still have the chance to fix it and make it right. It's not for it's too messy, and then like it gets to the point where like she, like This Summer I Turned Pretty, where she just shouldn't be with either of them now. She just let them both go, let them be on their own, be brothers, and just find someone else. Yeah. But this, Jackie can be cool, and we can have Alex realize that he's actually doesn't love Jackie like that. He actually is in love with his best friend, and they'll be together, and it'll be great. And yeah, the end. That's it. Just, I mean, that's how, at least how I would write it. Yeah. So this is like the biggest thing I wanted to talk about and whatever. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. There was something else I was gonna say with that, and I forgot. Okay, so what else? I'm looking at my notes. So we have Cole, still like trying to figure out who he is without football and everything, and he's like gotten into coaching, which I think is great. I love seeing him do that, because, you know, he can't play football anymore, but at least can still like be part of that world somehow, and I think that's really cool. I think he's like finally found something for him, you know, that he can do with his life, and I think he's really good at it, and I think that's really good for him. So love seeing that. Oh, Alex, and like he's found something as well that he loves and is good at, and that's riding broncs, the rodeo. And I personally, I don't know how other people like felt about this storyline or whatever, like seeing that. I personally loved it, but I like things like that. So I personally loved the way they went with that, and I would love to see more of that. Alex, you know, pursuing his dream, as well as Cole. But yeah, I just personally love that aspect. I think that's like one of the like main like biggest things to, like why I love this show so much, and why me personally love it more than This Summer I Turned Pretty, because it has that country like western aspect, and you know, horses and like the rodeo thing and everything, because I just love that. I love all that. Shows of all time is Heartland, and you know, Heartland is all about like horses, and there's rodeo and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, I think it's very interesting and entertaining, and I just love it. Where Summer I Turned Pretty is like the opposite in a way. It's like beachy and like coastal, whatever. And I just prefer like the western more. anyways, I think that's like that's like the biggest thing with Alex, that I was like because it's just like it's just the whole cowboy thing. I was just very attracted to that. But Cole is still better looking though. Anyways, so yeah. Okay, this is like a very minor thing, like it doesn't really matter, but like something I just thought about was like the guidance counselor, Tara, I think is her name, I forget her last name, but I just think it's like weird how like it just seemed like in the first season, they made her like such a like big thing, kind of, where like there was this whole like subplot of like all about her and like her relationship and everything, and I feel like they just like spent a lot of time on that more than was necessary. Like it was just kind of pointless, and like I don't think anybody really cares about that, because like when you could just show more of like, you know, the Walters, especially when there's like so many of them, like not just Jackie and Cole and Alex, not the whole love triangle thing, because we do need other stuff that's not just them. I think it's more entertaining that way, more fun. But like because there is so many of the Walters, and you know there's Isaac and like Parker and the others, there's so many, but that they could be like showing more like stories with them and stuff rather than like this random, like not random, but you know what I mean, the guidance counselor's love life, like. And but then in season 2 it's like they really dialed it back, and you don't really hear or see much about her life in this one, like you did a little bit, but not like season 1. So it was just like, I don't know, kind of weird, just something like random I just thought about. So yeah. Okay, and then we had Danny and Aaron. They're seeing their relationship like blossom, and I love that. I love them together. I think they're super cute together, and yeah, they were having like some issues, but they worked it out, and you know, hopefully they'll be good, because I really do like them. And yeah, and then let's see, we have like Will and the whole like business thingy, all of that. All of that was like kind of a lot. I found it to be, you know, a little bit boring, a little draining. I don't know. It was just, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that. It was just, of course, it's, you know, a little boring compared to the other drama and whatever. Yeah. Honestly, it's like a whole nother thing. And honestly, it's not like that important to me, you know, compared to the other stuff, obviously. So I don't really have like a lot of thoughts on it. Like that's not really what I think about, you know. So I don't really have like thoughts prepared for that. So I don't know. I think, you know, they like do need to figure something out, which like they did, and I think that's great. But I don't know, Will can just be a little annoying sometimes, honestly. But I think it's just, you know, he's just searching for like his thing, you know, to do with his life. Yeah, I don't know. So okay, some of the like side plots, I think were just like really good, because like with Grace and Dylan and Kylie, we got to see more of like those, because like they're, you know, they're friends, and like Jackie's best friend, and we got to see like some more of them and like their stories and hear more about their life and whatever. And I think that's just really good to, you know, break it up and have some, you know, different stuff than just the love triangle or just the ranch stuff or whatever. And then, but yeah, that ending scene, like, man, like, it was so good. Cool. Like, I honestly didn't expect that. Like, Cole confessing his love to her, like literally saying I love you. Like, my mind was blown. I was like, thank you, like, for just finally being completely open and honest and real with her of exactly how you feel and everything, how strongly. I think that was great, and she said it, which was great. But what was not so great was Alex overhearing that. Which, yeah, this, like, that's another thing. Back how many episodes before that, she told Alex that she loved him, and I'm really mad about that. Like, I wish she never did that, because obviously she doesn't. Like, we all knew she doesn't really love him. She loves Cole, and now she said it to both of them, and that's where it's like starting to get, you know, a little bit too messy. But they still have a chance. They can still fix it. Yeah, but like, I do feel bad for Alex because, like, that is sad. But, you know, he just needs to realize he's actually in love with his best friend Kylie, and he'll be fine. And then Jackie and Cole can be together and be happy. Yeah. So my thoughts with this is I do think Jackie, like, of course she likes Alex, and, you know, she likes hanging out with him. She has fun with him and everything. And I do think she probably does love him in a way, but not like Cole, you know? Like Alex, I think it's more like the other Walters, right? Like, they're like her, you know, her new family, and like, she loves Nathan and Danny, you know, in like a brotherly way, and I think it's more like that. Whereas, you know, with Cole, it's obviously, you know, she's in love with him. So, yeah. That was great to hear as well, her finally being open and honest and vulnerable with Cole about that. And we needed to hear that because, you know, I was confused too. And, you know, when she said that, like, it didn't make sense. Like, I do understand, you know, she's been through a lot. She lost her entire family, and, you know, that's why she's so scared of being with Cole, because she loves him so much. And yeah, which is why I, like, feel bad for Alex, because, like, hearing that, like, that is kind of sad, because she's literally just choosing to be with Alex, not because she really loves him, but because he's, like, safer, because she doesn't. Like, when you hear it like that, that's kind of messed up. It is. It's really sad. So that's why I feel bad for Alex. But yeah. Anyways, I think could go on and on about that. And yeah. So yeah, I would just leave it at that. The last thing is something happened to Dad, George, which is horrible. And I just really hope. Okay, I think my camera is about to die, so I'm gonna do the outro really fast. thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Comment if you are Team Cool or Team Alex. Yeah, and just, yeah, comment if you agree with me, disagree with me on whatever, anything I've said about my thoughts on season 2. And yeah, I will see you guys next week, and as always, don't forget to stay nostalgic. Bye.